What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio. Shout in as always. I got my podcast partner in the building with me, OG Gangsta Wicked, a Ghetto Mafia, man. What's good with it, Wick?
Oh man, I can't call it, man. I hadn't seen you. I hadn't seen you since the holidays.
That's right.
So I would just want to tell you and EJ, man. You know what I'm saying? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy belated New Year.
Happy belated New Year.
And let's get some money this year.
Hey, man, that sounds like a plan to me, Wick.
Yes, sir.
You know, but I mean, I hate to have to start the new year off like this, though, man, because first of all, you know, we got to send our condolences and our prayers and our thoughts to Gangsta Boo, 3-6 Mafia, and her family. You know, we all riding with them in this thing, and this was a devastating blow to hip-hop, devastating blow to the culture, definitely devastating to the South. And as, you know, the leading female, you know, one of the leading females to ever do this thing, you know, it's just unbelievable for 2023 to begin with her passing, man.
Absolutely. You called me. I had just gotten in from, I don't know if I had a show that night. I had something, but you had don't call me. I was knocked out, and just something had told me. I got up to use the bathroom. I think that was the, you know, my creator waking me up. I said, so I looked down and saw I had no missed a lot of calls from me. And so when I read that, it just like, I thought maybe like I was like dreaming, you know, because me and Boo,
yeah,
we're not the best of friends, but we are friends in the industry.
Yeah.
We're industry friends. So we're not personal friends. I had, when she lived down here in Atlanta, I went over to her house a few different times. Yeah. Anytime I would see her out at shows and stuff, she was always, you know, class, you know what I'm saying? She was always sweet. We Ghetto Mafia, 3-6 Mafia, she always respected us. So we are industry friends. Now, I have friends around me, you know, like you know, Kingpin, Big D, you know, they cut corners together, and it was devastating to them. But I talked to Frazier Boy yesterday, and I could hear in his voice how hurt he was. Talking to you, I can hear how hurt you know, how hurt it was. Boo was not just a legend to Tennessee, to Memphis, but she was a legend to the whole South. And I'm gonna say that because of this. You had Salt and Pepper,
yeah,
you know, representing for the United States, but still,
New York.
Absolutely,
yeah,
up north.
Yeah.
Then you had Lady of Rage,
West Coast.
You know, West Coast. Boo was like really her and the biggest mama. That was our, you know, her and Mia X was our first thing that we could say, hey, that's, you know, little girls from the South could be like, you know what, I could be like Boo. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it's definitely a sad day. I put up a post last week, Beehive, and I want to touch on a few different things, and I'm gonna read this to you. I put a post up, and it kind of goes along with what's going on right now. I said in this post that 5% of rappers will become rich and famous.
Yeah.
5%, maybe 10, I give you 10.
Yeah.
But 90% of rappers will get, and I quote, mental illness, being paranoid, insomnia, being in clubs all night, alcoholism, drug addiction, sex addiction, and an overall feeling of not well-being.
Yeah.
Now, some people will say, well, you know, you have a choice in this, and you do. I would say this to those people. We have a choice, but it's like you giving candy to 12 little kids in the hood. You pull out a bag of candy. How many kids are gonna be like, you know what, that ain't good for me?
Yeah.
You know what? I refrain from eating those Skittles right there because my mama told me that I could get a cavity later on when I get older. That's kind of the same thing when it comes to rapping. I can preach this to people and tell people that this is what comes with rap, but it's like telling them not to eat the candy. You understand what I'm saying? This is what could happen later on.
Yeah.
I know a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
Most of them, and most rappers suffer from one of those things in there, if not multiple things.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Beehive, that you probably hadn't thought about, and a lot of y'all out there haven't thought about. We lost Prince, Michael Jackson.
Come on.
Whitney Houston.
That's right.
What did all of them have in common with their deaths?
Drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Even if it was prescription.
Yeah.
Even if it was slipping. See, that goes back to what I just said a minute ago about insomnia.
Yeah.
Right?
Can't even sleep.
Michael Jackson couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
So now you got a doctor giving you stuff to put you to sleep. You understand how one thing affects the other?
Yeah.
You know, I was telling EJ right before this that I have hearing problems and stuff right now from being in clubs at 19 years old up until 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, drunk. You know, it affects your relationships a lot of times at home, because then you're getting home at those times in the morning. What woman wants a man that's coming in 2 or 3 times a week at 4 or 5 in the morning? Most of the time you're drunk.
Yeah.
Even if you ain't been doing that, you might have a little lipstick on your shirt from where, you know, because you can't be out there just, you know, antisocial.
Exactly.
In this. So this business comes with a lot of stress. I spoke with CeeLo Green last night. He had some wise words for me when he found out about all this. We were talking on the phone, and I told CeeLo, I said, you know, with what just happened with Boo, I could see myself there. It's because of my praying ancestors, not because of me, not because I was some great guy that I could, that I could refrain from this or I could refrain from. There are certain things that are a crutch to me that aren't a crutch to the next guy.
That's right.
I was never big on really drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know some people that they drink and they go on left field. Yeah. I was never really big on smoking blunt, smoking weed. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I can smoke, but then I can smoke with you today and then don't smoke for 4 years. Yeah, that's right. There's no problem. I have no withdrawals from it. Yeah. Now, cigarettes, that's a problem. You know that. Yeah. Anybody that sees me know, I'm just me being in public, I'm back to back with that thing, Yeah. And uppers that I used to do to keep me up in clubs late night. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm because I'm antisocial, to be honest with you.
Don't go there with me.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't want nobody up in my goddamn face with their breath stinking, talking to me, trying to rap a rap song. So I have to be on something to be able to even cope with that. You understand what I'm saying?
I totally understand.
Yeah, so I don't want to just make this about, take this hat off, about just Boo. I don't want her to have passed and we don't get something from this. We need to wake up from that. Yeah, every week it seems like me and you are sitting up in here talking about black on black crime with violence, with shooting and that type of stuff. But when I last night, as I was looking at all the artists that we lost, it's about
50-50.
Yeah, drugs.
Yeah. Violence.
Or gun violence or something. And
Big Scott just died from an overdose.
Absolutely. And it doesn't take but, Beehive, when I said on that post, the mental health comes into play with all that. A lot of these artists, entertainers, actors, they have mental health issues. The drugs help calm that down. Yeah. We just said that stress. We just said that gun violence and drugs are the two biggest things. Well, number one is stress. Yeah. Because stress is the one that leads to all of
both of them.
Both of them, and especially drugs. You stressed out about Beehive, when I talk to you, we don't even. And when I'm saying I'm just talking to you, but as I'm talking to y'all, most successful people, you're successful, I'm successful, EJ's successful. We don't even like to enjoy it. Yeah. Because we are already thinking about, well, what if I fall? Next? Well, what I'm gonna do next to outdo that right there? What if, the chick stopped rolling? It's my spouse, do I really got love? Do I really have friends? Yeah. So all these type of things that are playing on your mind. And so now it's leading you to like, I don't came here, but now I got to go here. If I come back to here, nobody wants to go back to where you can't help anybody. The best thing about being on this show to me, to Wicked, is that I'm able to help people that I grew up with that I love.
Yeah.
Through me, they're able to, hey man, XB High,
Yeah.
you know, I heard him say this right here. You know, that right there, it ain't about money.
Yeah.
Just me, even if I call him back in line and say, B High said, hell no. You feel me?
But I'm with you.
It takes a person to another level. That comment about if I call him and say, B High said, you know, go to hell, might get him off of drugs. Might say, you know what? If B High will talk to me, if we could think this much of me to even ask B High, maybe I need to do better.
Come on.
You know, so I know I don't, you know, kind of talk the line. I want to say this last thing to Juicy, to Paul, to Frazier, to Crunchy, to Chat, to Pat, to Memphis, to the state of Tennessee and the whole South. Let's not make this passing of Boo in vain.
Yeah. Well, what I got to say is, Wick, is that when it comes to this life game and stuff like that, I've come to a point to where I just said, you know what? I'm just going to live it how it come. I don't care about going to other levels. I don't care about doing the most. Whatever God's will for my life to happen is what the hell I'm going to experience. If I ain't learned nothing else, I learned that I ain't got no control over nothing in life, whether the good or the bad. So in understanding that, I got to a point to where even with this platform, it's like, it's open. It ain't no real boundaries when it comes to what we talk about or what we do and who we have on the show, because we having a life experience in this thing. And everybody's alive. So as long as everybody's alive, you know, my whole thing is when I started cranking this thing up, my original thought process was if they had a mouth on their head, I wanted them on my show.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But these are the things that artists, entertainers, people in these positions need to understand. It's okay not to go to the next level. It's okay if the industry ain't rocking with what you got going on. Mm-hmm. It's okay not to get the critical acclaim that you think that you should get. Because at the end of the day, the people know what's real. And the people are going to reciprocate the energy that you done put out the whole time. And you know who you are and what you've contributed to society by the way you're treated when you walk out here in these streets. Now, whatever's going on inside of the industry, you know, that's a good old boy, you know, club right there. Mm-hmm. And if you're the kind of person like me that don't believe in joining gangs, don't believe in joining cliques, don't believe in joining crews, and believe in standing on their own 10 toes, then you're not even gonna care. Because at the end of the day, you're like, well, hell, I didn't want to be a part any damn way. I'm out here living my damn life trying to find out what makes me happy, trying to figure out what it is I can do for my family and friends, and how I can find some enjoyment during this journey that we call life.
But do we find enjoyment? I'm glad you said that. I ain't meant to cut y'all, but that's what I was getting to a minute ago when I said about the stress. Is there really enjoyment when you're still, even if I hear what you're saying, even if you're not thinking about, well, I have to take this here or I have to take that there. The stress of everybody, you just created stress. Mm-hmm. Because now everybody's looking to this platform to be able to get their stuff out. That's stress in itself.
But guess what? When you got a platform like that, what you do is you bring in people you don't mind talking to. So, okay, Wick, when I text you say, hey man, tomorrow, man, we got to, you know, get up and we got to discuss what's going on. Mm-hmm. Did any stress happen to you then? Or did you just say, hey man, we about to get up and chop it up?
Well, no, but I do. But I do get stressed with. What if I say the wrong thing on here? What if I misspeak on here? Those things I do think about sometimes. What if I mislead the people? Because we're doing this stuff and it's coming off our head a million miles per hour.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, as I reflect on something, I go back and say, you know, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now I am thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I should have said this right here for that young man that's a father or daughter that was hurting. You know, I didn't say this right here, so now I gotta wait till next week to come back and say it. So to me, you know, like I said, I'm not exempt from being stressed from. They said whether you lose the lottery or win the lottery is stress.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, back to Boo, man. It's just it's shocking too. I'm still kind of in shock behind because she was just such a energetic,
vibrant person.
Absolutely.
You know, with Boo, I'm just glad that Boo got the love and the flowers that she deserved while she was here. Because one thing I will say about Gangsta Boo, Boo had to know that everybody loved her. She had to know. You see what I'm saying?
Lola.
Every time she had come into the city, she'd text me or call me and say, "Hey man, what you got on your schedule? You got something open for me?"
You sound just
and I'd be like, "Yeah, I got something open for you, Boo. You know the door is open for you anytime you go to the city."
Yeah.
Then the next day I get another text and a call. "Hey man, I just left the studio and I ain't leaving this goddamn house." And I'm like, God damn. But I couldn't blame her, but she knew we had love for her. We knew she had love for us, and she was just that kind of a spirit. And that's the thing about it too. You see it on Instagram and across the industry to where everybody was able to get that kind of a relationship with her, and that's what made her so beautiful and so valuable to the community too, because that's another thing too. You know, Boo was the cream of the crop.
Yes, she was.
So,
and beautiful.
Come on.
Beautiful
Come
black
on.
woman. Didn't have to wear makeup.
Come on.
Just a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Come on. But she dealt with everybody on the same level. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's that Southern shit that you just can't get enough of.
Absolutely.
When you say, yeah, man, I'm going to treat you the same way I treat the Queen Elizabeth. I'm going to treat the guy walking down the street the same way. And for people to have that much success and experience that much success and have so much to bring to the, you know, culture, for them to carry themselves like that, that was a beautiful thing that I always will remember and love about Boo. Not to mention that if you look at female rap today, she was the prototype.
Absolutely. I agree.
She was the prototype for everything that you see going on in hip hop as far as female rappers today. She was the prototype.
She was the prototype of what we want. A lot of us want a black woman to be.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Talented.
Talented. You know,
down
caring,
to earth.
down to earth. Absolutely. So I can't say enough good things about them. Paul and Jay and all y'all made a hell of a choice.
Exactly.
Or whoever discovered her, if she discovered y'all or whatever, it was you know, y'all made history.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm still looking forward to, you know, seeing now what Chad and Pat and everybody, you know, from this day forward, you know, how they keep her, you know, keep her up, keep her on the pedestal.
Legacy.
I'm looking to keep her legacy alive. I'm looking forward to that. But like I said, you know, Memphis has been through a lot. I mean, you lose Dolph, you know, you come back and, you know, and then Boo, it's just, you know, my heart goes out to Memphis. I may need to go down there, man, and just, you know, hang out for a week, man, with some of the homies. I'm loved down there, and I love Memphis. They've always shown me love when I went to Memphis.
Yes, sir.
So, but I have no wise words, man, that can make it better about losing a legend like Gangsta Boo.
It's not gonna get better, you know. And I'm gonna just be real too. I was stressed out going into 2023 week because I was thinking to myself, coming off of 2022 was off the damn chain. And I ain't talking about in a good way.
Right.
It was folks, you know, getting up out of here left and right. And I was like, going into 2023, we don't even know what this year's gonna bring. And on the first day to lose Gangsta Boo, that was just devastating and heartbreaking for me, man.
It was.
You know.
It was.
So once again, my thoughts, prayers, and condolences go out to Gangsta Boo and her family right now, 3-6 Mafia and everybody that got love for Gangsta Boo. Hit the comments, show the family some love, man. And Wick, you got anything else to say, boss?
I have nothing to say. Salute Memphis.
M-Town. Beehive Radio, Shouty. OG Gangsta Wicked. We'll holler at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.